Hello there. Wow, that was a very bad hello there. Anyway, hello there. It's Gray. And back again with more antimatter dimensions. And last you saw, I don't know why I just did that. And last you saw me, it was like 5 days ago or something like that. I don't remember. And yeah, stuff has changed just a little bit. Well, right now I have the 8 dimension boosts required to get to the antimatter galaxy, plus I have more than the required 8th dimensions to get the antimatter galaxy. So hopefully, well, I'm going to be showing off some math later on. Probably, I'll probably do it in post as to why it's better. But I'm going to first say, or like, I'm going to first do it. I'm going to do it first. And then I'm going to say why it's actually better. So I'm going to look at this 160 purchased upgrades. Now I'm going to have that later for post reasons. Anyway, Antimatter Galaxy. You're about to purchase an Antimatter Galaxy. Are you sure you want to purchase an Antimatter Galaxy? This will reset your antimatter dimensions, tick speed, dimension boosts, and antimatter. However, you will receive a small boost to tick speed upgrades. I'm going to click the confirmation. What? Ceci n'est pas un message de nouvelles? What? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And you got past the big wall. And as you saw, there was a. This number is slightly larger. Instead of that, what was it? 1.125? It is now 1.145. But before it was 1.125, and now it is this. I'm gonna show why in post that this is a lot more powerful than it seems. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get right back to it. So you might be wondering, why is it worth it? Oh, and I'm gonna do something real fast. In this recording, I want to see if I can get back to the 8th dimension. It shouldn't be that bad or that hard, but I want to see if I can get 4 dimension boosts in this episode while I'm recording. Now, this may seem a little scary, and trust me, it probably is. But over time, this up, this multiplier right here, it will stack. It will stack up and do a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of good stuff too. So right now, what it's gonna be, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be fairly slow until about, I'd say, the 5th dimension boost. So after you get the 8th dimension, but honestly, that's standard right now. That is honestly like the standard. It's slow until the 8th dimension. That's gonna be a recurring theme. And you also got an achievement for that. Buy an antimatter galaxy. You got past the big wall. And yes, it is a very big wall. What does that mean? It means it just takes a while to get there. From the start of Dimension Boost 8 to the end of it, which is that Antimatter Galaxy, it's probably a period of 3 to 4 hours, maybe. Maybe a few days if you don't play actively. That's quite a while, I must say. That is quite a long time. And anyway, as of where I've been sick, so you might hear me sniffle a few times in the video, but I'm fine, and I will be. And you notice that 2.18, so actually, with all the achievements that we have, everything is 2 times faster. Well, yeah, everything will be 2 times faster. So this first dimension boost will take about half the time. However, but like, this produces twice as much as this, which produces twice as much as this, which also produces twice as much as that. So twice as much, that's 4, so it's automatically 8 times if the multiplier is also 2 times larger for every single one of them. So it'd be 2, so it'd be 2, 4, 8. So it's, that doesn't sound right. No, 2, 4. So it's, that was so, I don't know if my math is right. I'm not going to try to do stuff. This text is made of antimatter. Do not touch or else the universe will collapse. Oh, I love it. The universe collapsed on itself. But when you click antimatter, it doesn't do anything. Funny how that works. So I've been doing, since I couldn't really record, I've been doing a lot of, what did I buy those? I've been doing a lot of my own personal Antimatter Dimensions playthrough. And I must say, I've made it pretty far, as you can see. So, how does that number happen? I'll tell you, but it won't be till like, I don't know, with the rate I'm going at, probably episode 50. At everyone. That's a Discord reference. Gotta love Discord. Now you can see that this is actually slightly faster than in the beginning of this game. Like this is probably a lot faster in the first episode of Antimatter Dimensions. I don't know how fast it is, like exactly, but it probably is a decent bit faster. I sure hope so, at least, because, well, one, that upgrade right there is actually larger than it was in the first episode. And this is where it comes into play. The math that I showed earlier. Yeah, you do reset everything, but there's also an additional multiplier. No matter how small it is, there is an additional small multiplier per tick speed upgrade. Like there's an extra 1 point something times more on top of that 1.125. In fact, I'm gonna grab that right now. So there's an extra 1 point. I'm gonna just round an extra 1.8% bonus per tick speed upgrade. So if you multiply, or that 1.0178, because that's about what it is, to the power of how many tick speed upgrades we have, which is 8. The game is 15% faster just based on this multiplier. And if you multiply that by the 1.125 to the 8th, you get about this number. But of course it's not exact because it's rounded, but it's pretty close. That's just the math. I'll get to that later, or you'll have already seen it. But it is very powerful, and I said 160 6-bit upgrades for a reason, because that is how many I have, or how many I had at the very end. So I can actually see, or we can actually see the difference, like how many times larger it will be whenever I get back to that point in the game to see how much faster it actually is. And that's the beauty of this. See, I wouldn't be at almost 4 times as fast earlier. Probably be at like 3.3, something like that. It's purely because of the fact that this has changed ever so slightly from 1.125 to 1.145. And this will be the guiding difference between being able to get 100 dimensions to us getting to the second Antimatter galaxy. Now, that might seem like a long ways away, and honestly, it is. It is a pretty long ways away. What I'm probably going to do is get to the next major mechanic. Not in the next episode, but the one after that. So this is part 3. So in part 5, I will do my best to reach infinity off screen, or at least close enough to it. But that is another story for another time, and right now we have 24th antimatter dimensions, so we can go ahead and get that dimension boost to then reset everything, but get a times 2 multiplier to this first dimension. That's probably very redundant of me to say right now, but it's the truth. It really is. Everything is going to work faster than it normally would. Probably going to make a quick little jump cut here to the, and yeah, this is how I'm going to make it to frickin', what is it? The 8th dimension in this episode, but I need to speed up the pacing a little bit. I've seen some playthroughs, and it's like Galaxy on episode 1. I think that's a bit too fast, but with the pace I'm going, I need to speed it up just a little bit. So, I will see you probably when I have the 7th dimension. See you in a bit. Alright, so I'm back. I kind of forgot that I said I'd be at the 7th dimension, but here I am at the 8th. Or almost the 8th. And let's just let the auto buyers take care of business. I wonder how long it'll take me to get to the 8th dimension. I honestly don't know. How fast are the auto buyers working? Pretty slow. That's pretty slow. If you know how this game works in the late game, these auto buyers are very slow. Anyway, not like that really matters right now, as it's time to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just time to do stuff. Sorry, it's just time to do stuff. I don't really know what else to say. It's just time to let stuff happen. And I love how you get automation this early. I really do. It's amazing. It's perfect. I love it. Anyway, we're almost up to the 6th antimatter dimension. I wonder how far I can actually go. I think the time in between the clips was about 20 minutes. So it took 20 minutes to get from the beginning of the 5th dimension to the end of the 7th. That's not bad. That's honestly not bad at all. Give or take 20 minutes. I should have had like a timer going or something so I can really know, but who knows? I certainly don't because I paused the recording. I'm going to save on some file size. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is actually hold 1, that way I buy it immediately, instead of getting the tick speed, because it's actually more worth it to get the first dimension instead of the tick speed, unless this tick speed is over the times 10 purchase, which I believe is 2 right now, and let's buy one of those, or I guess 4. You know what, screw it, all 10 of them, because why not? But yeah, I don't know if you saw it or read it, but when I last saw the multiplier for total tick speed, it was about 75, 76, somewhere in there. Somewhere, yeah, it was somewhere around like 76. I don't know exactly how much it is, but I can figure out about how many it is using math and probably show what it would have been at the 1.125 times faster. That'll be a thing for post me because some of y'all may not like math, but I do, so I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm getting all sorts of stuff happening right now. How much would that? Yeah, see, that'd be a 4. That's a lot. So yeah, in this, we got the galaxy, and we're already back up to the 8th dimension. That's honestly quite a lot. That's quite a bit of stuff to do. Okay, perfect. Maybe we can start going for some achievements, honestly. Well, we could probably get the gods are pleased, which is get over 600 times from dimensional sacrifice outside of challenge 8, which you can actually do that. Yeah, you can do that. It's just not until the very end of the infinity, which is what this bar is right here. You won't be able to get that achievement done until about maybe like 97%, maybe even 98. So it's a ways away. It really is a ways away. Anyway, let's just go ahead and speed through everything right now because it is very fast. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's about to get very fast. Like we are already at the 5th dimension, which is just absurd. And it won't be long now until we get to the 6th. I almost said the 4th. And also, don't ask how I have this, because I don't know how I got this. I don't think you're supposed to get that until a lot later in the game. What is this? Oh, well, I guess that's a small spoiler, but yeah, there's 16 Infinity upgrades, so we'll get to them whenever we Infinity. And let's buy that 7th dimension. And huzzah, it's 10 of them. Such riveting commentary, I know, but I'm not sure what else to commentate over, honestly. Because with all of this here, there's not much else I can do. Oh, cool. 1 septillion. I have the 8th dimension. Huzzah! I'm gonna wait for that to get to a 4 times. 4 times? Yeah, 4 times. 4. Perfect. And that will allow me to push pretty far. I've never seen this one. What is this? Hello, fellow news messages. It, it's a skateboard. Is that a skateboard? I don't know. I haven't seen that one before. A game under construction, all mechanics must wear hard caps. Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I get that 2 times multiplier. Or like that 2-ish multiplier. So we have an overall 9 times on dimension 8. 100 times purchased second dimension. Which the bonus to that is 2 to the 10, or I think 4096 times? I'm not sure. Let me look at that real fast, because I'm intrigued. It is 1024. Or in other words, this would be 1020. Now 2048 times smaller if there weren't that 2 times multiplier. Yeah, it gets up there. This would be 4 times smaller, which that's not that bad. But this is literally this one right here was literally 3 orders of magnitude smaller. So this would literally be at like 1,000. No, it'd be at 100. Yeah, it'd be at 100 times ish. It's not exact because it's now like 40. Now it's 8192. Who cares? I'm not keeping track of that. Yeah, it's too much to keep track of. I say as I keep trying to keep track of it. All right, and 2 times 18.6 times multiplier on the 8th dimension. What I'll probably do is get to the 6th. What I don't know what I just said, but what I will do is get to the 6th dimension boost in this episode, and in the next, probably gonna start with, well, hopefully going to start with 2 of these. It will take me a bit, but what is happening? I don't know what just happened in that news ticker, and I don't really want to know. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm blanking. I don't like when I do this. Uh, yeah, next episode, I am probably going to start with 2 antimatter galaxies and get this bar to 100%. And that is unfortunately where I'll leave the next episode. A very big cliffhanger. But right now, I'm just going to get this 6th dimension boost and call it there. So, let's see. If every antimatter were a Planck volume, you would have enough to make 8 nuclei. Nice. That's a lot of nucleus. That's a lot of nucleus. Is nuclei. That's a lot. Antimatter production. Based on your current progression, it will probably be useful to try to increase your antimatter. Yeah, thanks. I already know that. Even though I'm nearing the 2 times multiplier for the sacrifice, I'm probably not going to do that this time. Or like right now, because, well, one, I'll get the E69, nice. Uh, what? The E70. E70. Eighth antimatter dimensions. Right here. That. What am I saying? Not E70 eighth dimensions. It's the E70 antimatter for the eighth dimensions to get this dimension boost. Anyway, that is probably going to be it for me from this video, or on this episode. Well, it's not probably, it is going to be it for me on this episode. So, like I said, what I will be doing is I am going to work my way to get 2 antimatter galaxies and probably to the point. I don't know where I'm going to end off. Definitely at least 2 of these. I would definitely get the second galaxy. But after that, I do not know. Oh, and this, the 9th dimension is alive, have exactly 99 8th antimatter dimensions. That's going to be pretty easy to get. Because in 3 dimension boosts, you're going to need like, I think 100? No, 95? Yeah, 95. Eighth dimensions to get that. So if you buy them all individually, you'll have 99. Anyway, gonna go ahead and get this reset started, and I will see you all in the next video where I will reach the end of this first infinity. I'm going to reach the end of it, but I'm not going to quite start the next mechanic until that following episode. And this, or not this, but that is when this game ramps up. See you then.